1-2-1-2, back at it again. The Slab Kings. It's your boy I Will 3. You can catch us on Instagram at Slab Kings. You can catch us on YouTube at the Slab Kings. Like and subscribe to my page as we steadily bring you new content and videos for you to entertain yourselves and catch up with what's going on in the world of car collecting and riding slabs. Excuse my voice. As I get into this particular video, this is my latest U-Haul, not U-Haul. God dog. It's my latest haul from eBay. As man, I had a nice little run of vintage Houston Oilers memorabilia and cars that I picked up, and I'm gonna show that to you now. I think I got some other little goodies kind of tucked away in here, but mostly I think it was just all the stuff. But you know, I'm gonna stop talking and get to opening. Hope you guys have had a great day. Get the opening up these little packages. See what we got here. First card come out. Man, this is Warrren Moon. This is Don Russ. I appreciate the packaging. You know, they got it in a penny holder and also a nice little card, you know, regular card holder to protect it. Got some painter's tape that's easy to come off. But yeah, man, I was, you know, I'm still in awe of how the card companies, you know, have went back and honored, I guess, you know, the greats of the past. And you know, Warren stopped actually playing pro football in 2000. And, you know, I didn't realize that when he left the Oilers in 90, I think after the 96 season or 95 season, he went on to Minnesota. He played good, maybe 3 years there. Then he left Minnesota. And once he went to Seattle, and then he ended his career in Kansas City. And but man, Moon had a hell of a career, man. And I had posed that question that he was actually the first quarterback to have $1 million signing bonus. You know, now that ain't nothing. That's chump change. Yeah, this is another Moon. This is here's the tops. I can't see what this is. Who I bought it from, promoting it. I think this is 88 tops. Now, based on how these cars look, I'm going to inspect them. I think I've done a pretty decent job of checking them out, man. Some of these will be sent to get graded. And this one here is an excellent looking card. It's actually kind of coming out the penny holder a little bit. If I can knock it back down. But looks excellent on the corners. Good color. Don't see any scratches or any defects on the front. End up getting this from, give him a shout out, Sport Card Exchange. Forgive me for my bad eyes, but I think this is 88. Right as this one, the Oilers was just getting good, man, with hitting them with that run and shoot. Man, Moon put up some numbers. Woo. I think I got one card here, and it highlights the fact that Warren I think maybe in 1990. They were playing Kansas City. It was like he was on the field by himself out there with his receivers. Kansas City had no answer for the Oilers. And now Moon only put up, I think, if I'm thinking that's the same game, he maybe only put up 27 points. But man, Moon had like 500 yards passing. And he took him out the game. He could have broke, I think, at the time, whoever it was, maybe Marino, had went for a little bit more. But he had 500-something yards. He could have broke the passing yards for the game. And I think they set him out the last game of the year. Oh, my. Now, for those who know about that run and shoot era, Ernest Givens was a bad man. Ernest Givens was slot receiver for the Oilers. He played for the Oilers maybe his first 6 or 7 seasons. And then I think I'm not saying free agent. I think it may have been a supplemental draft when Jacksonville and Carolina came into the league. He got drafted supplementally by the Jaguars. And I can't remember how much longer he stayed in the league after that. Excuse me. But Ernest, man, was known for going across that slot. And he had his electric slide touchdown dance. You get a chance, y'all go look him up on YouTube. Ernest Givens. Bad little dude, man. Had a lot of nerve. You think about some of those slot receivers now, like your Wes Welkers and who they boy now Cooper Kupp from the Rams. It take a lot of guts to go across the middle in the NFL. And a lot of times, your slot receiver is usually a guy who kind of small and fast, but could be subject to take a lot of punishment and hits. Here we go again. Another Warrren Moon. Man, and if you get a chance, man, just go Google and check out Warrren Moon. I say Google, but YouTube his videos. And the players around here talk about how he had one of the prettiest passings, where he threw the ball, tight spiral, strong arm. I mean, Moon really, man, was the prototypical what you really want a quarterback to be in like this day and age now of the mobile is the new normal. He really was like, before Russell had this down season, Russell Wilson, he was like Russell Wilson with size. I mean, he was 6'2", 220 pounds. Just a phenomenal athlete, and he played the quarterback position how you wanted it to be played. Now, when you go and kind of look at his stats, he was a little high on turnover. But, man, you got to expect that as much as he threw the football. I mean, Marino came out in the 83 draft. Warren, if he got drafted by the NFL, would have been 78. But he played his first few seasons over in the Canadian Football League where, he was airing it out. He ended up winning, 5 Grey Cups. This card here, it says Elite, passing the torch. Look on the back. And this is a Donruss card, too, as well. But yeah, just kind of reading what I can on here. It said that Moon went to the CFL and passed for 5,600 yards with 31 touchdowns. Wow. And they say he threw for more than 4,000 yards in 1990 and 91. Oh, and this is a numbered card. It's number 679 out of 1,000. I didn't even recognize that. But I was just going on searching, trying trying to see what I can find on the Oilers. And I think, this is, based on what I find, I'm not one of the ones who, my personal collection, I collected it from as a kid. At this point, most of the stuff will get flipped, and I'm just going to keep very, few items that I really want for myself. But I do want to collect a Oilers, memorabilia. Now, I found this one here. This is an actual game fabric jersey insert. And this is what I like about, some of the new stuff they have now is not certified, and, it's kind of, they did it to appease the consumer, but they took the value away from it because nothing is really game worn. Everything now, it's just a jersey of that particular team. So, like, to me, this whole value. Now, this card here, I think this came out in 2001. So this really was before the craze of, game fabric, jerseys or headbands or whatever, the memorabilia. But this actually came from a jersey that he won in the game. So to me, this card here should hold some weight and hold some value. Yeah, so guys, like I say, you like the videos, man. Make sure you hit the like button. I really appreciate it. I'm not doing any funny business with algorithms or a lot of heavy promotion. I want to grow my page, organically, and really be real, so the people who ride for me, who cut for me and like my video, I really appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? And my content. Again, here's another, but this is Prism, Warrren Moon. I think this is 2020, but like I say, I like the fact that they still had, got the licensing and the permission from the retired NFL players to highlight them still, in game mode, even though, during the time, their product really came out on cardboard type stock instead of now having the fall and the real vibrant colors on the cards. And I guess really now in this market, again, I come from that old school of what a Beckett was and how they kind of priced the content monthly. I say content, but the cards on a monthly basis. Now everything is pretty much going off of comps, and kind of what the market is kind of driving and thriving off of what a card may be worth. Now, out of this whole haul, it might have cost me $25, $30, something like that. And on average, each one of these cards may have been, $3 or $4. But it's to who carries the value and the sentiment. It's, actually how much these cards are worth. Now, here's another one. This is Haywood Jeffries on one side, and we got Warrren Moon on the other one. So it says Thunder and Lightning. And I think within this haul, I primarily focused on Warrren Moon, but I did want to highlight some of his offensive weapons in the wide receivers. Again, it was during that time when they were potent and they stayed together during that House of Pain, run and shoot era. It was Haywood Jeffries, Ernest Givens, Curtis Duncan, Drew Hill, and they had another kick returner, punt returner, wide receiver. I think his name was Tony Hill. He stayed with the Oilers for a few years during that time. But man, they were fun to watch, man. Like during that time there was only two other teams that tried to implement the run and shoot, and it was the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. And neither one of them had the personnel to do it other than the Oilers. Again, this one says hidden talents, and it's select. On the back of it, again, talks about Moon. Yeah, buddy. And, even growing up, I didn't have a lot of Houston Oilers stuff, Somebody want to go crazy with the damn blue tape. This is an old school one. Playing against at that time, the LA Rams. It's probably around about 88, 87, somewhere along in there. I'll set that one down. And last but not least, oh man, hope that ain't on the card. This one here, this is old Curtis Duncan. I think this is his, what would be considered his rookie card. So yeah, so we got 3 of the 4 wideouts, and I think I got a few more coming, but this haul was what I got out the mailbox today. So we end up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Warrren Moon cards. One Ernest Given, 1 Curtis Duncan, and then a Warrren Moon and a Haywood Jeffers card. So yeah, man, so this is my shout out, throwback to the Houston Oilers. Like I say, I'm gonna get a chance to really inspect them, see what may be worth grading, and send them off to probably PSA. And once I do, and once I get them back, I definitely will share with you guys and see what grades that I got. Until then, man, I appreciate your time. You guys be good, keep collecting, man. And we are the Slab Kings. I'm I Will 3. Y'all have a good one.